The one thing you need to know about me is that I'm a really bad liar. Hi, everybody. How's everybody's night going? Welcome to the stream. My name is Junior Nitro. But if you want to be like super formal and polite, you can call me John. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So, without any further ado, pale white man jump scare. Well, fuck you too, lizard man. But yeah, anyway, without further delay, we are going to be playing the original. Let me make sure I got it on the shot here. Today we are going to be playing the original Crash Bandicoot released in 1996 for the Sony PlayStation. A lot of you who watch Cat Icarus will probably know that it's also called Cash Banuka. So we are playing the very first game in the series, the original, where everything started. And also, this is one of the hardest games in the series to 100%. And I'll get into why that is in just a moment. Also, just so you guys are aware, I will be posting this on my second YouTube channel, which is called Nitro Plus. So if you missed the stream, well, then you can catch this over on the YouTube channel over there. Also, there's a possibility that somebody might stumble upon the stream who has never heard of Crash Bandicoot and doesn't even know anything about this game. And so, chat, I ask you, for those who do know what the hell's going on here, don't post any spoilers, all right? The people can see what you're posting, so no spoilers. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into this. And also, hopefully, the mic to game audio balance is fine, and you guys can still hear me pretty well. Hopefully, I'm not too quiet. Hopefully, the game's not too loud. Also, I apologize for having the sniffles. I'm still a little under the weather. But I should be good. Anyway, Sony Computer Entertainment America and Universal Interactive Studios presents a brand new game. No, it's not a brand new game. Developed by Naughty Dog. Well, they're a bunch of naughty dogs now, aren't they? See, they even barked. And here's the title screen. Waha! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is Crash Bandicoot. Otherwise known as Cash Banuka for a lot of people. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is just sitting here and waiting for the opening cutscene to load. Because this game does have a story. There is some lore. But in order to see that lore, we have to wait. Here we go.
But Dr. Cortex, we have not determined the cause of past failures. Moron! This Bandicoot will be my general, and he will lead my Cortex commandos to world domination. This time I shall reign triumphant. We are closer than ever before. Quickly, into the vortex! But Dr. Cortex, the vortex is not ready. We have no idea what it could do. Failure again. Capture him! Uh-oh. Prepare the female bandit.
The female Bandicoot. So yeah, that's what happens. Cortex and Brio are making Crash into a Bandicoot commando general person thing. Basically, he's going to lead the army. Never liked having to wait on the title screen for a cutscene to play when it should have been played when you start a new game. Yeah, it sucks. But what are you gonna do? I'm going to... Oof. Give me one quick second. I'm gonna flip-flop these two things. There we go. That way it's just a little easier for me to see the preview projector. I switched it and everything. Anyway, behind the scenes shit that you don't need to worry about. Also, for those of you who are curious, the Pocket Station that you saw on my PS2 browser, that's actually my my MemCard Pro. For whatever reason, when you plug it into a PlayStation 2, it's registered as a Pocket Station. I don't know, but it's kind of cool. So, anyways, without any further ado, let's begin. Also, this game does not support, like, I'm playing this with a DualShock 2, but this game does not allow you to use the control sticks. Like, even if I turn analog mode on, I won't be able to... He's cheating. So, even if I were to turn on the analog mode on my DualShock 2, which it is now, I would not be able to use the analog sticks because, you know, this game came out in 1996. DualShock wasn't a thing until 1997 or something like that. Or maybe it was a thing in 1996, but they released it, like, right when Crash Bandicoot was, like, in development or something like that. I don't fucking know. But what you need to know is that you cannot use the analog sticks in the original Crash Bandicoot. But from Crash 2 onwards, you will be able to. So, with that out of the way, let us begin with Insanity Beach. Now, why is this game so difficult to 100%? Well, I will show you in just a moment. But first, some of those boxes can give you Wumpa Fruit, some of them give you extra lives. These boxes, though, they do give you Wumpa Fruit. And Wumpa Fruit are viable if you're going for more lives. DualShock 1 came out in November 97. Okay, thank you, Lizardman. Alright, so those Wumpa crates only give you like one Wumpa Fruit at a time, and if you bounce on them 10 times, you get 10 Wumpa Fruit. I'm not going to be doing that, because they take forever. So anyway, I should mention, because you just saw me spin away the crab, for those who haven't seen Crash Bandicoot yet, Crash Bandicoot can move around with the directional pad. That much is probably clear. So you can use the directional buttons to move around. You can move in 360 degrees. Well, actually, not really, but you can move up, down, left, and right. You can go in any direction. And then Crash has a spin ability, which you can press circle or square to do. See, you can press circle, and he spins. You press square, and he spins. In future games, he gets different abilities that are mapped to the circle button, but in the first game, the circle button acts as a second spin button. And then the triangle button just shows you your total Wumpa Fruit that you have and the amount of lives that you have. And by the way, this is one of those games where the 0 life is actually your last life. So if you get down to 0, then that's your last life, and if you die, you get a game over. And I'll explain, like, game over and all that shit, like, once we get deeper into the game. But also, you do have the ability to jump, because you may have noticed there's a bottomless pit here. So how do we get across? Well, it's very simple. While we're moving forward, we just jump. And there we go. We passed our exam. Anyway, this guy, this floating piece of wood next to Crash, his name is Aku Aku. And he can protect you from enemy blasts and attacks and all that good stuff. So if I ran up to that crab and hit him without spinning, then Aku Aku would be my extra hit point before I die. So I can go up to him and just take a hit. However, there's 2 more Aku Aku boxes that are coming up. So I want to actually hold on to this Aku Aku, because if you get 1 Aku Aku, you know, you just get, like, the piece of wood. If you get 2 Aku Aku boxes without taking a hit, you get a gold version of said piece of wood. But if you get if you get 3, that piece of wood will stick to your face, and you will be invincible for a short period of time. Also, yes, Crash has idle animations whenever you're not moving. Oh yeah, so the crate with the arrow that's pointing upwards, as you can see, is a bouncy crate. You can bounce on it until you spin it. That was fucking cool. So yeah, you can combo enemies into each other. And then, yeah, so this game is a platformer. So you go around and you do platforming. It doesn't get any simpler than that. And you have 1-up boxes, which, by the way, you can only break once. If you come back to this level, that 1-up box will be just a regular box. This is a checkpoint. Also, the music changes here. So this is a checkpoint. Something I want you all to keep in mind. I'm going to explain this now. There are gems in Crash Bandicoot, the original Crash Bandicoot that we're playing right now. There are these collectibles called gems. And the way that you get them, every level has a gem, by the way. There's 26 levels. So all 26 levels have gems. There's 1 gem in each level. The only way you can get said gem is if you go through the entire level and break every single box within it. That doesn't sound too bad, right? Well, what if I told you that after breaking that first checkpoint, you're not allowed to die? Not once. For whatever reason, this game, the very first one, it doesn't store your all the boxes that you broke before breaking the checkpoints. So if you were to say, like, break your first checkpoint and then die, all of those boxes that were behind the first checkpoint, those respawn. But here, get this. If you go all the way back to the beginning of the level and break all those boxes and then get back to where you left off and then continue playing like normal, and you make it all the way to the end, you still don't get the fucking gem. Once you break that checkpoint, you are not allowed to die a single time. If you die at all after breaking that first checkpoint in the level, you have to back out of the map and start the level all over again. This is why this is one of the hardest games in the series to 100%. It's no Crash 4, but it's pretty fucking difficult. I've only been able to do it legitimately once. So anyway, I'm gonna break this checkpoint, and here we go. Now it begins. And what we have coming up here is an invincibility segment that I actually want to do as good as I can. So there are turtles here, but they're nothing. They are no match for you. I'm not sure if I missed one of those. I'll go back just to make sure. That's what I was afraid of. That's what I was afraid of. I moved too fast. I moved a little too fast there, so we gotta try that again. Because I'm not waiting around and risking missing one box. Because I did the whole thing wrong. So we'll go back, we're gonna try this again. And as you saw, I didn't get a 1-up from that box. Because I already did the first time around. Hey! Get over here. Alright, so we're off to a good start. Okay, can you fucking die, please? Thank you. Alright, anyway. Shut up, phone. I don't even know if it's picking up on the mic. And, yeah, Lizard Man, to answer your message, yes, it is cringe. It's very cringe. But, I mean, I can understand why the game is the way it is, because, you know, it's the first game. Naughty Dog's testing out the waters. Seeing what works, what doesn't. You know, they're just throwing shit onto the wall and seeing what sticks. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's all of them, but I'll go back and make sure. Jank Bandicoot. Yes, indeed. Also, there's a thing in Crash Bandicoot called zigzagging, and you can do this in any of the original games in the trilogy. So basically what it is if you are moving forward and then you just take your thumb and start like rocking back and forth between left and right while still moving, you actually gain more ground. by doing that. See, I'm going slightly faster as opposed to... Because for whatever reason, when you rock back and forth like that, your diagonal movement is actually faster. So, and yeah, that's something that a lot of speedrunners like to use to get those incredibly epic fucking times for this game. But anyways, and yeah, I'm sure you've all seen this face on the internet. That's the completely erect face. Interesting indeed. So yeah, here's the fucking completely erect face. That's our first gem. First of many. Okay. And as you can see, I already have a 100% save here. And you know what? I'm going to overwrite it. Because I'm going to do this all over again. What do you want? Anyway. It was nothing. Completely erect. My dick is big. But yeah, I see what you were trying to put there. Anyway, on to Jungle Rollers. This is the second level in the game. And by the way, that whole collecting the gem at the end, after breaking every box without dying thing, that's something we are going to have to temporarily put on hold because unless we are able to glitch our way up to a certain point in the level, we will not be able to get the gem from this level at this current point in time. We will be able to later on once we have another specific gem, but for now we are not able to get the gem here. See, there's a green gem platform there. And if I was skillful enough, I would have used those boxes to get up onto a steel bouncy crate that would have bounced me all the way up. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. We'll come back and get those. Because there are 3 extra boxes up there that we have to break in order to get the gem for this level. So unfortunately, we won't be able to get the gem here and now. Also, that is so satisfying. Getting that extra life box in between the 2 TNTs. Oh. So yeah, Lizard Man mentioned jank Bandicoot, and yeah, this game is pretty jank with its physics and how Crash moves. And you may have noticed that that female Bandicoot also has her own bonus stage in almost every level in this game. There's 3 Tawna icons, and if you collect all 3 of them, you get sent to a bonus round. You are not late at all, Joe. You are right on time. You missed Insanity Beach, but that's okay. There's not really much there to miss. So, yeah, there's some boxes in here. Oh, by the way, I should mention, the boxes in the bonus rounds don't count. So, you can go through, and you can blitz through and not even break any of the boxes. You'll be A-okay. You'll still get the gem at the end, so long as you break all of the boxes within the main level. And as you can see, this is a save point. This is the only way that you can save. There's only 3 ways in this game that you can save. This is one of them. Get into the end of the bonus. And by the way, if you die at the bonus, you go back to the main level. You can't come back to the bonus. So if you lose this opportunity to save, good luck. So yeah, there's this save point. You can save after getting a gem in the level. And then there's another collectible in the game that there's only 2 of. And once you get those, you'll be able to save there. So there's only 3 parts in the game in which you can save. You are not free to save whenever you want. That's another reason why a lot of people don't like this game. But yeah. And also, this game has passwords. If you don't have a memory card, this is how you got back to where you left off in the 90s. Is by entering the super password. Oh my God, it's super. It's so super. There's so many different buttons that you have to press. Look at that. What did Toasty Man say? I kind of wish they kept how Crash 1 handled bonus rounds. Just a one-time chance to get extra lives, and the boxes aren't required for the gem. Yeah, it would have it would have made the bonuses a lot more interesting in future games. But I kind of like what they did going forward because this is fucking absolutely rancid and annoying. And the fact that this is the only way you can save is like fucking. Oh my god, I hate it. Also, yes, we're gonna cheat. That's right, we're gonna cheat. After all, the only way to win is to cheat. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and overwrite my save. Which, by the way, was my original 100% save, but never said that they would be required to save. Okay, fair enough. So we were talking about jank in this game. So if I were to spin and then jump, you may have noticed that the spin sound effect played again. I don't know why, but yeah. So it's very finicky. So if I were to jump and then spin while in the air, if I landed, not only would the spin animation play again, but my forward momentum from being in the air and spinning would carry over. Even if I were to let go of the directional buttons. See, I'm gonna show like right now. I'll try to show it. Here you go. So I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna move forward, jump, then spin, then let go of the directional buttons, and you'll see what I mean. Okay, bad example. Let me try again. See? I let go of the D-pad, but while Crash was spinning, he still kept moving forward. Type platforming's gonna be a bitch if you spin right before landing. I kind of like how this game handles momentum, but it is clunky. Yes. Oh! Wait. Okay, now we're good to go. Alright. So yeah, this game is very janky. And for those of you who are veterans of my channel and are wondering why the hell I'm explaining everything, well, like I said at the top, there's a very... I mean, I don't think there's going to be anybody... Oh yeah, by the way, this is the great screen, but you missed 3 boxes. Those 3 boxes were at that secret part that I talked about earlier. You may have noticed the green gem platform that like disappeared when we walked up to it. That's because we don't have the green gem. We got to get the green gem from a future level, and then we got to come back here to get this level's gem. So there's going to be a lot of that. What was I going on about? Oh yeah. It's possible that somebody might stumble upon this stream and they don't know what Crash Bandicoot is. So that's why I'm kind of explaining everything. Because, you know, it's possible that somebody who's stumbling upon this stream might not have heard of this game. And for those of you who do, which is currently all of you, but for the people that might come into the stream and don't know what this game is, for those of you who do know, you know, obviously your messages can be seen. Please don't spoil anything. Is the nearly perfect but you died message in this, or was that only in NST? That is only in the Insane trilogy. There's either perfect or great. Yeah, because this game was all about, you know, not dying. Otherwise, you don't get anything. Anyway, on to the Great Gate. One second. Sorry about that. Alright. What the dog doing? Alright, welcome to the Great Gate. So, here you're going to see that it's kind of difficult to bounce on these crates. But not really. Although, if I wanted to make it a little easier on myself, what I can do is I can hold the X button and Crash bounces a lot higher. Well, this... Oh, never mind. So, you may have noticed that this game, unlike the Insane Trilogy, does not give you, like, any of those hints and tips on, like, how to get better at the game. You kind of have to... You kind of have to figure everything out as you go. I know this level missed one of the lives in NST, and it bothers me every time I notice it. Alright, so... Oh, you know what? I was about to say, you know, it begins, but then I just remembered this is another level in which we have to come back, because we won't be able to get, the gem. Not yet, anyways, so... Also, I should mention this, if I get the opportunity to showcase it. But first bonus. I should mention, while you're spinning, those are brief invincibility frames for Crash, for whatever reason. And it's only in the original Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, for some reason, Crash has iframes while he's spinning. So, if you may have noticed, there were like spike things that were like facing downwards and would like plunge up. If you were to spin while on top of one of those, you could actually walk right off of it and be totally fine. Like you wouldn't die or you wouldn't lose your Aku Aku or anything like that. Which is kind of interesting. But yeah. Also, in case you didn't notice, I don't know how you didn't notice it, but this is, in fact, the greatest hits version of Crash 1. And the reason why is because the original Black Label version of this game is considered rare nowadays, and if you were to try and find one and buy one, you'd be spending a pretty penny. So, yeah. Also, the local store that I went to get this copy of Crash 1, this was the only one that they had. And that's understandable because, like I said, the original Black Label copy is rare as fuck nowadays. That's the second time I've gotten that animation. So let's see if I can... Okay, well, that was a bad example, but you may have been able to see that I died. Yes. Let's see if I can show this off real quick. Oh, fuck. But you may have noticed that I didn't die right away when I touched it. Oh, well, okay, I did there, because I didn't spin fast enough. Alright. Well, thank God we have a shit ton of lives. Yeah. Okay. I'm not trying this again. Yes, I am. Oh, I got it that time! Alright. Oh, and by the way, when you die, then Crash does that animation, and it kicks you right back to the map. But that's okay for that level in particular, because like I said, we need a gem from a future level in order to go back and get the gem there. That's also the version I have. The spines are always ugly, but I kind of like the minimalist look to the discs. The other two games I have are... The other two greatest hits games I have are Pac-Man World, Doom, and Rayman. That's 3, Joe. I looked at price starting for Crash Bandicoot 1 Black Label. It's only $48. Oh, really? Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought they were super rare. I don't know. But anyway, also, what I'm doing right now... meant to say 3. What I'm doing right now is I'm actually spinning the map around, because that's a thing that you can do in Crash 1. And I'm doing that by holding square. So you can rotate it left by holding square, rotate it right by holding circle, and it's a fun time. Alright, level 4, boulders. And here comes what's called a chase level. As you may have noticed, the camera is now facing Crash Bandicoot. Like, we can actually see, like, it's from the opposite perspective. Why? Because as the name implies, there's fucking boulders that we have to avoid. We have to run away from. And the boulder is just a tiny bit faster than Crash. So once you're moving, you gotta keep moving. Black Label Doom is gonna cost you an arm and a leg. It was originally a long box PS1 game. Ooh. But it had a very short jewel case run before the GH version. You can never find a copy on sale anywhere. Oh, damn. That's very unfortunate. I've always wanted to get like one of those very early PlayStation games that was like the long ass fucking like Sega CD style jewel case. I think that'd be like super cool to own. Like, I wouldn't even fucking play the game that I bought. Like, it would just be for like collection purposes, because that's really cool. By the way, you do still have to break boxes you see, because this boulder, for whatever reason, just doesn't want to break them. It's just not in the mood. Also, we're very close to 100 Wumpa Fruit, and you will soon see what happens. I'm sure you've already seen what happens when you collect 100 Wumpa Fruit, but here you go. Every 100 Wumpa Fruit is another life. So there you go. I will read that message in just one moment. And there we go. We defeated the boulder. The boulders. And we got another perfect. So that's our second gem out of 26. 9% completely erect. Okay. I'm gonna have to... pull up Twitch chat. I tried to read that, but it got cut off. 1 second. Let's see if it'll pop up. Yes, it did. Okay, what'd you put? I don't want to collect those lawn boxes because of how stupidly massive they are. They will absolutely not fit on my shelf. I already hate the Japanese games with thick and slightly taller jewel cases. Those lawn boxes would look really dumb. I see. Fucking Celtics lost by 2 to the goddamn Pacers. Fucking shit. Oh my god, Lizard Man fucking with your well actually nonsense. Get the fuck out of here. They're called apples. They're actually apples. Actually. Actually. Anyway. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm wearing this shirt. It's from 2021, but I don't give a shit. The Bills did it again, so I'm wearing it. They beat Miami last night, and they clinched the division for the 4th year in a row. And with that, they are also the number 2 seed in the AFC. So, fuck yeah. They fucking pulled it off after they were 6-6 about a month or so back. And, oh, yes, I do remember the Ringo Bazooka. I like children. What about Bonus Bob? Wait a minute, hold on. I gotta check the manual real quick. Let's see if Bonus Bob... Hold on. Cast of characters. Gotta go to... Let's see. Oh no, Bonus Bob was in the magazine. Oh, he's called the Witch Doctor. He's called the Witch Doctor. Let's see if I can... Oh, the webcam might not be able to pick it up. I don't think it can, but there, I think right there. Yeah, it says Witch Doctor. He was originally called Witch Doctor, but it does say the Witch Doctor's name is Aku Aku, so yeah. Bonus Bob always gave off terrorist Lewis vibes. So yeah, anyway, we got the gem from Boulder, so we were able to save. That's great. I could leave right now and I'd be able to pick up where I left off. So if you game over, the game does not reset you at the level that you game overed on. Instead, it has you go back to where you previously saved. So let's say you got the gem from level 1, right? You got to Boulders. Let's say you didn't do the bonuses and you got a game over on Boulders. Well, then you'd be starting all the way back at Jungle Rollers. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's move on to Upstream. And we are starting with an Aku Aku box. So this is yet another level that we will have to revisit. We cannot get the gem right away, so we will be returning to this level because it requires the orange gem. And this is the only time in the series, aside from the Insane Trilogy, that we see an orange gem. Because there are different colored gems in this game. In fact, there are 6 of them. There's a green one, a red one, a blue one, a yellow one, a pink/purple-ish one, which I guess could just be considered amethyst, because it looks more amethyst than it does purple or pink. And then there's an orange one. The orange gem only appears in this game, and the only other time you see the orange gem in this series is the Insane Trilogy. Love it when games have primitive save systems. Games with primitive save systems. Oh my god, I can't speak. I love it when games with primitive save systems have no real continues. And yes, this game is one of them that, yeah, there's no continues. Yes, I do mean the Chaos Emeralds. Because after all, the first Sonic game had 6 Chaos Emeralds before they changed it to 7 from Sonic 2 onwards. And those 6 Chaos Emeralds from the original Sonic Hedgehog did not allow you to go Super. Super Sonic wasn't until Sonic 2. Ah, yes, the infamous bounce on that one, bounce on that one, bounce on that one, bounce on that one bonus round. Anyway, 13%. Wow, we are doing really good. Anyway. Also, there are some slight differences between the original version of this game and the Greatest Hits version. This is one of the differences. In the original version, the bonus round music would still be playing, and you would also hear sound effects. Oh, fucking Bounceroo. But in the Greatest Hits version, all that gets muted as soon as you get to this screen. Everyone started to question Sonic's canon thanks to Generations, but it's been fucked since Sonic 2 added a 7th Emerald. Yes. Sonic the Hedgehog. Lore that's been fucked over since 1992. I thought I was going to jump right over that lily pad. So yeah, there's the orange gem. So yeah, we do have to come back to this level at some point. So we're going to get the great animation once again. Great, but you missed 3 boxes. Oh well. By the way, I should mention, for those of you who tuned in late, you might be wondering whether or not I'm playing this game on an emulator because of how fucking amazing it looks. It's not emulation. I am playing this off of a legitimate PlayStation 2 that I have. I'm playing off of this copy. I played off this disc that I legitimately own. See, the disc is not in there. I am playing this in the PS2 right now. And how does it look so good? Because I have a RetroTink 5X, as Toasty Man very, very briefly spoiled right there before I even said it. But yeah. Yes, I own a RetroTink 5X, which upscales the game to 1080p, but it doesn't upscale like those generic ones where the generic ones just like blow up the image and it looks like shit. The RetroTink actually takes each tiny individual pixel and it basically expands the picture and clears it all up. Like it goes through and it cleans the whole thing up so it actually looks presentable. So if you're wondering why it looks like emulator quality, that is why. Because I have a high quality HD retro video game upscaler called the RetroTink 5X. Will I ever get the 4K? Fuck no, because it's fucking super expensive. They're talking 4 figures, which no thank you, number 1. And number 2, I wouldn't be able to have any use out of it anyway because my capture card can't record 4K. So that dithering this thick has never looked this good. Yes indeed. And I'm using the component cables that I'm using for the PS2 come from a company called HD Retrovision, and I cannot recommend their products enough. They're oh my god. Just looking at this alone, should be enough of a sign to tell you that you need to get these cables. HD Retrovision combined with the RetroTink 5X. Mwah! Like, it's, I don't even have a 4K display anywhere in my house, so the RetroTink 4K is useless to me. Yeah, exactly. I don't, like, my Vizio TV that I'm playing off of right now, it does support 4K, but again, my capture card can't record 4K, so I wouldn't be able to use the RetroTink 4K anyway. And what Lizardman said about the RetroTink 5X, yes, it's fucking $325. So unless you've got that kind of money lying around, your best bet is to save up. Maybe. But there are other upscaler options out there if you don't want to go with the RetroTink 5X. But then again, why would you go with anything else? The RetroTink 5X is super fucking easy to set up. You just plug the cables in and you go. It's really that simple. You can do all the extra tinkering at a later point. Anyway, here's our first boss, Papu Papu. And that's about the extent of that boss. So yeah, he just hit his head 3 times and he's done. Fun fact, in the Insane trilogy, as well as the original Japanese version of this game, you have to hit him 5 times. Wow, 2 extra bounces onto the head. Damn. Yeah, so yeah, in that boss fight, you become head-on, and you apply yourself directly to Papu Papu's forehead. So that's that boss. The bosses in this game are... They're... what's the word to describe? They're pretty simple. Like, they're not going to give you any trouble at all. Koalacon, maybe. And you'll see why eventually. 5X is the simplest and most readily available. That and the older RetroTinks don't really handle resolution switching very well, so prepare for blackouts as if you never bought anything at all. Yes. That is very true. And yeah, resolution switching on the RetroTink 5X is absolutely beautiful. Compared to an OSSC, which takes a little bit, or the FrameMeister, which takes fucking ages. Yeah. So yeah, this is definitely, the Retrotake 5X is definitely the most readable out of the rest of the competition. But if you wanted to look for something like middle ground-ish, that's between this and the Framemeister, then I would say the open source scan converter would be the other viable option. Basically, you know, nowadays, we don't have to rely on the Framemeister anymore. So if you're somebody that actually does have a Framemeister, well then, I mean, it's whatever. You already have it, you might as well use it. But if you do end up, you know, getting frustrated with the damn thing, then you've got options. More affordable options. Only reason I got a 5X is because I wasn't buying a CRT at the time. Yeah, that's the other reason why people would get this thing. Because CRTs are getting... Oh, fuck, I'm gonna lose my invincibility. But CRTs are getting a lot harder to come across nowadays, and therefore they're becoming more expensive. It would be very nice if this stuff was more affordable, but that's your fault for wanting to play retro games on real hardware in 2024. The market's been fucked for years. Yeah. Exactly that. So yeah, if you don't have these consoles at this point, it's going to be a lot harder trying to find them at a reasonable price. Working ones, if that. Hi, Tawna. Bye, Tawna. We're at 15%. Wow. 15% of the game done. 6 out of 32 levels. 0 out of 2 keys. 2 out of 26 gems. Okay, so apparently the bosses count as levels, which is weird, but yeah. I actually have a CRT now thanks to me starting a VHS collection. Ooh. Remote was busted, but it was only 25 buckaroos. Ah, I see. Anyway, back to the main level. And you may have noticed that I'm actually going for the boxes, and that's because I completely forgot that I need the blue gem. So, there goes that. So, I guess we'll just go about like normal. But, as somebody who constantly plays Crash Bandicoot, I always go for the boxes no matter what. So yeah. I missed a Brio icon. Oh, you know what it was? There was a Wumpa crate, earlier in the level that, like, if you bounced it enough times, then you would actually get the second Brio face. But that's okay, because the Brio bonuses are slightly harder versions of the regular bonuses. They're like, it's crawling with TNTs. There's a whole bunch of TNTs everywhere. It's kind of like a pro version of the bonus rounds. But if you get to the end, it just boots you back to the main level. Like, you don't even get a chance to save. So they're a waste of time. You can get more lives, but other than that, they're a waste of time. So it doesn't even matter. Okay, here comes our first vehicle level in this game. One of 2 vehicle levels in the original Crash Bandicoot. This is Hog Wild. Oh god, what are you gonna do to that hog, Crash? Oh, you're just riding it. Okay. Wait a minute. That could be taken out of context. But yeah, so now we're riding the hog. We just steer it left or right. We're moving automatically, by the way. Which should have been made obvious. And once I break this first checkpoint, here we go. So now if I die at any point during this level, I have to start again. Get that. Yep, get those 2 boxes. Also, the hit boxes on the boxes. Hit boxes on the boxes. But yeah, the hit boxes on these, especially coming up here. Okay, we got them. They're very finicky. And you could easily miss a box that you felt like you definitely hit. Anyway, we are best track in the game. Yeah, I would say so. Tell this game was very heavily inspired by Donkey Kong Country. Yes, indeed it was. But anyway, that's our third gem and 17%. So guess what? We get to save again. Yay! Okay. Oh, also, this is one of those games where when you save, they actually show you, like, what's on your memory card. Which is, kind of cool. Anyway, Native Fortress. This is yet another level that we have to come back to at a later point. So, getting the box right now would be pointless. But I'm doing it anyway because, you know, I am a Crash Bandicoot slut, I guess. I have a wicked craving for this franchise. This video game franchise that you're seeing right now is my all-time favorite, with a very close second being Sonic. But I can tell you one thing, I want absolutely nothing to do with either fucking fan base, because holy shit. It's funny because my Japanese game saves are all listed just question marks. Yes. And if I had Japanese, if I had one of the memory cards on my MemCard Pro that had like the Japanese save files, that'd be the same case for me. I hear you especially love the latest game. Yes, Crash Team Rumble is the best game in the entire series, and I'm tired of pretending that it isn't. I totally wasn't being sarcastic there. Totally. How did that second Venus flytrap hit me? And yes, those are Venus flytraps. I know a lot of people like to call them piranha plants, but that is incorrect. They are Venus flytraps. Oh god! Okay. Woo. It totally isn't a piece of shit that was released fucking 5 years before it should have. Because Activision. You may have seen... Oh. Allura was such a genius addition. Makes total sense to add her before Pinstripe. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh god. Yep. 21%. Also, the fact that fucking the original Entropy is still not in the game, and they went with the female version from Crash 4 instead. Like, why? Like, why? Like, why? And also, did we really need a non-binary character in a Crash game? Really? Like, was that, like, really necessary? Like, why does Catbad have to be a they-them? That was 100% unnecessary. Oh, but inclusion... No, fuck that. Do those types of people really need to have that kind of representation in order to feel... I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm getting into a bunch of shit that will probably get me canceled, but I don't give a shit. Oh yeah, I forgot we're still playing this level. Yeah, it's just... Yeah. Anyway, back to the game. So, yeah, you might notice sometimes there'll just be an Aku Aku here. So we can just pick him up. Yay! Also, there is a area here, actually. You may notice that we can actually walk up onto this part of the fence, of the gate. And if we fall over here, look at this, it's a secret passageway. And you can avoid all the shit that you see in the foreground. What? Oh, that's a crock of shit. Okay. Oh, well, yep, there's your example. Tight platforming is going to be a bitch. Oh yeah, oh my god, that is a fucking paragraph. It doesn't even show the whole thing. Hold on. Jokes aside, Rumble was never going to work. If it were free, they could only get people to spend money. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me see if I can. No, I can't. Okay. It's just too big. It's just too big. Okay, I'll just read the whole thing. Hold on. Jokes aside, Rumble was never going to work. If it were free, they could only get people to spend money by locking characters, making it pay to win. Since it's got a paywall, outsiders aren't going to be interested since it's mostly targeting fans. Combine that with how they charge real money for battle passes and only a niche, tolerant player base with a crash fetish. Oh, Jesus. Combine that with how they charge real money for battle passes and only a niche, tolerant player base with a crash fetish and money to blow is going to care. It's not going to last. Yeah. It also doesn't help the fact that, in terms of marketing, that game is, like, absolute ass. Like, fucking Activision just doesn't care about that game. The only ones that do give a shit about the game is Toys for Bob. And it shows because the marketing is non-existent. Like, unless you follow the Crash Bandicoot accounts on social media, like, it's just... Yep, I fucked that up. All in all, wake me up when Crash 5 comes out. Exactly. Jesus, fuck, I'm so bad. Okay. Also, you may have noticed there's, like, vine, grass, weed stuff on these particular platforms. And, yeah, if you don't move, then you slide right off. And I died because I was too busy trying to explain what that does to those who might not know anything about this game. Okay. So yeah, these are very slippery bits. Nitro Fueled worked. Oh my god, I gotta... Hold on. Nitro Fueled worked because of all the content post-launch. Because all of the content post-launch was free to unlock, and microtransactions was limited to the currency and maybe an exclusive cosmetic. Maybe an exclusive cosmetic. I think the only exclusive cosmetic was a Call of Duty plane. But yeah, I get what you're trying to say. It also came bundled with a full remake of the PS1 game and every CNK track on the disc. There's plenty there for $40. Not even that. I think it was like 30. I think the Nitrous Oxide edition was $40. But yeah, still, there's a lot more content on hand compared to fucking Crash Team Rumble. You may have noticed I paused the game, but I can't press select to go back to the map. Anytime you're in the air or you're in the middle of a death animation, the game does not allow you to quit. But now it does. So, yeah. Sorry if I keep halting progress with my rambling. Oh, you're absolutely fine, Joe. Not a problem at all. I've got nowhere to be in the morning, so I don't give a shit. That is evident in me fucking not being good at this game. Okay. Oh god, okay. I was spinning. The animation might have just ended. God damn, I am so fucking terrible. Alright, let's actually make some progress here, yeah? Alright. Okay. By the way, for those of you wondering, I am going to be going through the entire series. Streaming like full playthroughs of the games. I'm not going to be 100%ing every single one of them. Well, actually, that's a lie. There's... Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'll just say right now, there are 2 games in the series that I know for a fact that I'm not going to 100%. That be Crash of the Titans and Crash Mine Over Mune. Because I just don't care. But as far as, like, the rest of the series is concerned, you know, Crash 1, Crash 2, Warped, CTR, Bash, yes, even Bash. But I won't be alone for that. I'll find somebody to fucking play that game with me because I'm fucking not doing 200% alone. But that will be fully completed. Big killing blow to Rumble for me is the fact that it's the exact same game mode every time. They've only ever changed it by adding seasonal hazards and festivities. If you want a PvP game, go all out with it. Why not point control? Why not point control or full-on... Why not point control or full-on deathmatch like Cray Crush? What did you say? What were those last 2 words that came out of your mouth? What did you just say? Alright, anyway. Crash Bash 3? What was the second? Oh yeah, Boom Bang. But we don't talk about that one. Anyway, up the creek. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing the GBA games as well. Except for Crash Purple, because fuck that one, I do not fucking care. And also, no Boom Bang either, because, 1, I don't have a way to record my DS, or my 3DS, just yet. I don't have a capture card installed into it. You heard me, that should have been a game mode, fight me. And the second reason why I'm not playing Boom Bang is because, well, just like Crash Purple, I don't care. I just do not fucking care. There was Crash Bash 2 for the PS3. Remember how violent the cover art was? Do you know something that the rest of us don't? What is going on here? What is happening? Alright, anyways. Up the creek. We actually can get a gem here our first time playing through, so I'm gonna try and do that. And hopefully I'm not as shit as I was... Oh, a shitpost, okay. Hopefully I'm not as shit as I was in Native Fortress. Because I would love to beat this game 100%. Yeah, bump your chest and shit. See if I care. Also, yeah, that checkpoint is very finicky to hit with the momentum. Because it's on a very tight platform. And, yeah. Oh, I see what you mean, okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and DM me that if you want. Send that over to the chords of Dis. So, I didn't really mention the fly traps in upstream. so I will here. The green one only tries to close its mouth when you're standing on it. But then the blue/teal one... Oh, there's a secret down here. I remember. So what we have to do here... That's an activation crate. The ones with... The metal ones with the exclamation marks on them. This cord, that cord, whatever cord, I don't care. So yeah, that metal crate that had a question mark, that had an exclamation point on it before I hit it, that's an activation crate. So it activated other boxes elsewhere in the level. That being these ones down here. Which I think there's only 2 of them. This bouncy crate, and then that TNT that just blew it up. And I'm sure a lot of people who played this game for the first time completely skipped those 2 because, yeah, they're fucking super cleverly hidden like that. But yeah, those are there. And you just saw the blue Venus flytrap. Those guys open and close their mouths on a cycle. So now I can go. And yeah. And that's how the fly traps work in this game. They are not called piranha plants. I can see where Crash 4 got its influence. Yeah. Crash 4 had everything. Even the bullshit. And by the way, yes, when I say I'm completing every Crash game on stream, that is going to include Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. It won't be fun, but I am going to get everything 106%. Yes, it'll happen. I don't know when, but it will happen. Haha, Piranha Plant go snap. Can't wait for Crash Bash 4 in the 2030s. It's gonna be fucking epic. Anyway. So yeah. I'm tired of people calling them Piranha Plants. That's not what they're called. These are Venus flytraps. There is a difference. See, this is the green one. I can step on them. But then once I step on him, I have like a second or 2 before he tries to close his mouth on me, so... And that's up the creek. We managed to break every box. We got the perfect. And that's gem number 4. And 27%. We are 27% erect. They're rings, Mom, not coins. Yeah, easy speasy when he was speedrunning Mario and Sonic. And he got to, like, Dream Ski Cross, I think, which is the one that's on Seaside Hill in the Vancouver game. He was calling the rings coins, and it was pissing me off. And he did the same thing for Dream Snowboard Cross at Radical Highway. He was fucking calling the rings coins. Just little things like that. I hate it when shit like that happens. Anyway, here's our second boss. This is Ripperoo. Now, he's on a set cycle. And you may have noticed there's, like, big TNTs now. Once I step on one, they take a few seconds to set off. But yeah, the object of this boss is to not even hit Ripperoo. You have to, like, bounce on the TNTs. So that way they explode when he's within the vicinity of them. I don't know how that hit, but yeah. Well, that happened. Fuck. Okay. So don't do what I did. People speedrun Mario and Sonic. Yes. Yet again, one of the most popular games on speedrun.com is Subway Surfers. Yes. And yes, you can spin. Yes, you can spin. Oh, I thought I got it, but Okay. That hit him? Yes, it did. Okay. Love how they have to emphasize that they're big TNT crates. Yes. Yes, they had to make that perfectly clear. That they are the big TNT crates. Okay, we're now going to move on to the Lost City. This is the first level in which we're going to be seeing one of those colored gems that I was alluding to earlier. Yeah. You may have noticed during that boss battle that I was able to cheese it by just spinning into the big TNTs. That's a good question. Why do they never appear? I've always wondered that too. It's a very good question. Anyway, the Lost City. So yeah, this is going to be one of the first of the color gems. And right away, we have to work our way around the metal crate wall. Which you might be wondering, it's impossible to do. But this game is not actually entirely 2D. Because you may have noticed that in the 2D sections, you can actually move Crash towards and away from the camera. And that's how you're able to get on the other side here and break those two boxes. So that is pretty neat, huh? So yeah, it's a 2D segment, but you're not limited to, you know, the left and right 2D movement. As you can see, I can go in here and I can break these boxes. These two levels look so good for PS1. Yes, indeed. Also, yeah, those things, they push you off. So, yeah. So we'll be having to deal with those. I hate these fucking bats. But anyway, you have to... Oh, there's a box here. Okay. Anyway, those bats don't go away until you spin away both of their parents. So we spun away the dad, and now we gotta spin away the mom. And now the kids never fly and interrupt our shit ever again. It's great. So I actually held the X button there to make sure Crash's head hit a activation crate. Because otherwise, there's a crate up here that would not spawn. And that's that one right there. That's underneath the Brio head. That's how you get the Brio head, and that's also how you get that box. Also, I broke the first checkpoint, so now at this point, if I die, then I gotta start all over. And this is one of the longest levels in the game. So, yeah. Dying here would be very unfortunate, and hopefully it doesn't happen. Okay, I completely forgot those moving platforms could push you off like that. I was not prepared for it. I had to act on reaction. Action upon reaction. Oh god, get down here, okay. Pressure-sensitive jumping can be a blessing or a curse when it comes to platformers. Excuse me. Yes, that is true. Anyway, there's this guy here. Does he jump over here? Okay. Yeah, we kind of need to jump on his head once he's closer to those wall pillar things. So that way we can jump up and get the second Brio head. Now, why am I going after the Brio ones? I honestly don't know. I just said they're fucking... They're just like the, you know, the SpongeBob #1 hat. They're worthless. Oh, I thought I could make it. That's fine. You may notice over on the far left, there is another activation crate that is suspended right above a fucking... Yeah, right above not a blowtorch, a lit up torch. If you miss that crate, you're landing in that torch, and you will burn up and die. So, yeah, there's a lot of little things in this game that could very easily irritate you. Also, these red lizards, you can't spin into them, because then they'll just push you. So you have to jump on their heads. And we'll be getting our third Brio head right here. And I'll be able to showcase the bonus round that is hosted by one Nitrous Brio, who is Cortex's right-hand man in this game. And yes, you saw like the shit ton of TNTs there. And there's even more TNTs here. Oh, I fucked that. Ah, okay. Well, like I said, it doesn't matter because Brio doesn't even allow you to save, so that made no difference at all. I missed out on 1 extra life. Oh my god, the horror. Yeah. Kind of weird how the red lizards never came back until Crash 4 as pirates. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that's an interesting one. The red evil lizards. Yeah, there he is. He can be very finicky at times. So yeah, here's the bats again. We gotta spin away the mom. You know what? I'm actually gonna wait on that. Okay, we're good now. So yeah, you have to spin away both of the parents in order to make those bats go away. So there is a pattern here with these pillar things. This one is just basic. So yeah. This guy, you have to bounce on him when he's right underneath that crate, otherwise you miss out on that crate. And you don't want to miss out on that crate. I'm gonna wait. Okay. That was kind of risky because I don't have an Aku Aku right now. This is kind of dangerous. Oh my god, okay. We're fucking living somehow. That was... Whew. That was certainly something. I'm just gonna get to this point here, because I don't want to risk losing a save point. So we're gonna save with 31% of the game done. Making really good progress. Hopefully we can have everything done by the end of the night. That's the goal, at least. Oh yeah, these platforms here, if you jump on any of these ones on the side, then, you know, they start moving. And if you hang around for too long, then, you know, you'll fall and die. You don't want to do that. The one in the middle is the only one that stays put. So, you just get on the first one, get on the farthest one right away, and then immediately jump onto the middle one. Wait until they stop moving, and then just do it again. Yeah, you know what? Actually, yeah, there we go. This game is still enjoyable. This game is still enjoyable, but Monstro was out of his fucking mind putting this game in S tier for atmosphere alone. Yeah, his takes are, yeah, I don't even have a comment. That's how rancid his takes are, a lot of times. Yeah, just like that one other green lizard, we have to wait until he's underneath the metal activation crate. The good thing about this activation crate is that once it activates those 2 boxes over there in the back, they automatically break, which is very nice. And permitted I don't fuck up this jump somehow. We beat Lost City first try. Let's go! Oh, fuck yeah. Alright, so here is gem number 5, and it is our first color gem of the playthrough, the green gem. 32%. With this green gem, we can actually go back to, what was the second level? Jungle Rollers. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to head back to Jungle Rollers, and I'm going to go ahead and grab the gem from that level. Alright. I mean, I have nothing against Monstro. Like, I'm still on good terms with him. And we talk once in a blue moon. But yeah, some of his takes in that Crash tier list video thing that he did a while back, some of his takes I thought were, like, a little bizarre. Like, especially putting Crash 1 in S tier. It's like, okay. The game is good, but it's not, like, that good, dude. Come on now. And you can tell he was kind of biased with Crash 1 because of the fact that it's his favorite game in the series now. Which I don't, like, I'm pretty sure he's probably the only one in the entire fucking Crash community / fan base who says this one is their favorite over all of the other fucking options available. But whatever, man, that's his spiel that he can schlob. That's his story that he can shoot. So yeah, now that we got the green gem, we can go up and get those 3 boxes that we missed earlier. Because, hey, look, we can do the thing. Crash 1 to me is fine. Yeah, see, Crash 1 is fine, but it's just like, it's outdated compared to, you know, its successors, which is, you know, to be expected. If anything, that's pretty based, but you've got to be objective sometimes. Like, that is not fucking S tier. Like, what? Yeah, exactly. Especially the fucking saving. Like, I get it, you know, it's 1996. Not everybody had a memory card back then, but still. It's like... Like, even with the password system thing, like, like saying... It's like saying the best Doom game is 64. Doom fans admit it, it isn't. I remember watching Tyrant King 10 do a Let's Play on Doom 64. Da-da-da! 6 gems! Yay! 34%. You can draw porn of it now. Rule 34. Characters can be drawn in NSFW situations. Yeah, we're coming on almost an entire fucking decade without any new videos from him. And I don't, like... The funny thing is, I don't blame him for not wanting to, like, if he doesn't want to return to YouTube right now, I don't blame him because the Let's Play scene is, like, nowadays. But, like, just once, you know, I would like to wake up one morning and look on my phone and see a YouTube notification that says, new video from Tyrant King 10. Like, I just love to see that. Okay, it's marked as a spoiler. Does Discord just do that? He just randomly disappeared because I never grew up with Tyrant. Dude just vanished. Yeah. Other than changing his name in 2019, he's done literally fucking nothing. Which is very unfortunate because he's the sole reason why I got into YouTubing in the first place. And yeah, who knows if he's like gone, but at this point, you know, it's been almost 10 years. But the good news is at least all of his videos are still up and we can still watch them from time to time because that is something that I have been doing pretty recently. I've actually been getting a little bit of inspiration for completing all the Crash games on stream through watching his Crash Let's Plays, which are the best, by the way. I absolutely love his Crash Bash Let's Play. Sucks that he and Diddy Pikachu didn't go after the Platinum Relics in Crash Bash, but honestly, that Let's Play would never have ended if they did. Not active on Twitter, not active on Twitch, and has no other known online presence. You'd think he'd at least say something. He deleted his Twitter, so yeah, he's not even on there anymore. And yes, his Twitch, which, you know, you can find, twitch.tv/TyrantKing10. but it's not active at all. Like, he doesn't appear in anybody's, like, streams or anything. He doesn't stream himself or anything like that. Which is funny, because in his comeback video back in 2015, he said that was one of the things that he was going to try and do. And that never ended up happening, so yeah. He literally came back to... What the fuck? Okay. He literally came back to YouTube to finish up Pokemon Crystal and Doom 3, and then he just left again. And he never came back. And I would not blame him for not wanting to come back ever at this point, because like I said, Let's Plays on YouTube are practically dead. Nobody really wants anything to do with them unless they're heavily edited with like a whole bunch of like fucking weird ass fucking unhinged shit. And also the video has to be captioned by whoever's editing it. Otherwise, you know, nobody's gonna understand what the fuck is going on. Even though we all speak the fucking King's English. So, I don't know. Those videos are so charmingly 2010. You can tell he wanted to do his own thing instead of just screaming at Amnesia because PewDiePie did it. Dingolicious is permanently engraved into my mind. I fucking love Dingolicious. That has been a part of my life ever since discovering his channel. And yes, I do love how 2010-esque his Let's Plays were. And also, I was watching one of his Crash Bash videos, and he actually kind of called out the Let's Players on YouTube with mentioning how nobody like fucking just like relaxes and like plays games for the fun of it when they're doing Let's Plays. Everybody's like super serious and like into the game that they're playing and shit, and they just like they're just, you know, like not having fun, like it, like as if it was a business, which it isn't. Like Let's Plays are not supposed to be for like business purposes. They're meant to be like you basically digitally inviting people into your home, and you're just, you know, invite them to your couch and you're playing a game, and you're just, you know, having like normal conversations and connections with people that aren't even there. But I will say one thing though. If there's one thing that Let's Plays did positive, it's give people the experience to provide quality commentary in their streams. Like for those who adapted from Let's Plays to streams, they already have the experience of commentary under their belt from all the Let's Plays that they recorded alone. So, dude, I wish I had the motivation to caption my videos because YouTube's auto captions do not like my voice. My Puyo Puyo video had the captions pick up the words Puyo Puyo as poo poo. I'm not kidding. YouTube auto captions are terrible. Like, they've definitely gotten better over time, but they're still they still got a ways to go. So we got the gem from Temple Ruins, and now we're on to the road to nowhere. And for the record, I'm not going to jump onto the rope and cheese this whole thing. Yes, YouTube auto captions are funny. I'll give them that. Holy shit, this is lagging. Yeah, for whatever reason, those warthogs are fucking immune to Aku Aku. And they're also immune to Crash. You can't spin into them, you can't jump on them. Because otherwise you'll just take damage. But the good news is, once you get past them, they don't fuck with you anymore. Which is still kind of weird, but yeah. Cheating bastards. Yes. Oh yeah, we need the red gem. Yeah, so we got to get the red gem from another level that we'll see at a later point. The red gem is in... Whoops. The red gem is in one of the hardest levels in this game. And judging by how well I did in Native Fortress, that level is going to be a pain in the ass. You may have also noticed that when you're like regularly jumping with Crash, you actually can do quick hops by just quickly tapping X, which might be your best bet in some scenarios, like especially right here. But sometimes if you have to get across like very long gaps, your best bet is to hold the X button while you're jumping, because you actually get further distance. Like right there. That's a prime example of that. We're almost up to 99 lives. And lives are super easy to get in this game. As long as you're not, you know, stupid. But yeah, so yeah, Tyrant King 10 mentioned that in one of his Crash Bash videos, and it got me thinking, because he was actually pretty spot on with that. He was the only one that wasn't like super serious about the game that he was playing. And he made Let's Plays entertaining. Like, but you are stupid. I'm not stupid. My mom said so. But yeah, going back to my point, or to my thought. Yeah, he made Let's Plays a lot more entertaining and interesting to watch. And even the episodes that like didn't have a lot going on, you still found yourself watching the video because you just wanted to hear what Tyrant had to say. You know? Like, I feel like people over-exaggerate this game's difficulty. It's really not that bad. It isn't. There's just a lot of things. There are a lot of finicky things in this game that you kind of have to get used to. But yeah, it definitely... There definitely is a learning curve in this game. But once you know what you have to do, yeah, it's really not that bad. Like, it definitely... I will admit that Crash 1's, you know, difficulty does get blown out of proportion by a lot of people. Yes, yes, I remember he did Let's Play Mean Bean Machine. I do remember that one. But yeah, like, in the last episode of the Crash Bash Let's Play, the video itself is like 16 minutes, but it's only like the first 4 or 5 minutes or so is like the only game part of that video, because they finished the game, and so they just spent like the next 10 minutes or so. We need the purple gem from elsewhere. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We can die here. It's perfectly fine. We have to come back to this level anyway. So going back to what I was saying. Oh god, I might. Oh, I didn't fall. Okay, I might get squished though. So I'm gonna zigzag. Get away from the boulder. All right. So yeah, like the last episode of his Crash Bash Let's Play, he and DD Pikachu like beat the game after 5 minutes, and then the rest of the video is just them talking. But they reminisce, you know, all the moments from the LP, and they like reflect and shit. And you know, I don't normally watch those parts of the video, but Tyrant King 10 and DD Pikachu were so entertaining that you couldn't not watch that last part of the final episode, because Crash Bash was his most anticipated Let's Play. That's the one that everybody, you know, was constantly going back to his channel between 2010 and 2012 to see, you know, new episodes and seeing how much further into the game they got. And when there was like a year long of a break between episodes 74 and 75, I think, everybody was kind of like, oh, is it like actually done? Are they like so tired of Crash Bash that they're not finishing it? But then the break ended and they got back to finishing Crash Bash. And then it all ended. That Let's Play lasted 3 years. 3 years. From 2009 to 2012. Insane. Insane, if you will. But anyway, this is Sunset Vista. This is I want to say it's the second longest level in the game. I could be wrong. But it's definitely up there with another level that we will see later on in the game. Is that the life of 87? Finally, Aku Aku. And yeah, Aku Aku's gonna be your best friend in this level. This is a very long-ass fucking level. Makes you wonder how two schmucks from 2010 are endlessly entertaining, but modern Twitch streamers barely say anything half the time and put on other people's videos when AFK. Yeah, and they somehow make money. I wish I could do that. And the funny thing is, when you watch like tutorials and shit, like people put out like basic like how-to videos on like how to like engage your audience and like increase your viewer count or whatever. One of the top things that they say is to like keep talking even if you have 0 viewers, like to just keep talking and keep providing commentary, because if somebody stumbles upon your stream and sees that you're not talking, they're not gonna want to tune in. But meanwhile, you have these motherfuckers that have like absolutely 0 commentary going on, and they're just playing somebody else's video that they worked hard on. And making money in the process because people are giving them bits and subs and shit. So it's like, oh, okay, I guess I don't have to do any talking. I can just put on a video and then fuck off for 10 minutes. I should not go. Because I actually want to hold on to these Aku Akus. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to be patient with this one. Okay, I'm going to try now. That's fine. Okay! Ah! Fuck. We didn't get that far into the level, so I'm gonna reset it. If we were super far into the level and we died, I would have been like, fuck it, we'll go through again a second time. Because there are Cortex icons in this level. And if you go to a Cortex bonus round, and you make it to the end, there's a key that you can get that unlocks a secret level. There's 2 secret levels in this game, so therefore there are 2 keys. So that's how you get the 2 key. That's how you get the 2 keys that we keep seeing in the save screens. So yeah, that's how you get those. How did I lose my Aku Aku there? Okay, so the reason so many of these no-names somehow get popular is because they're rich enough to pay for popularity organizations to artificially boost their brand. Facts. But yeah, that's also part of the reason why I miss, you know, those old school Let's Players on YouTube, like Tyrant King 10. Because he just knew what to do, man. He knew what to... I fucking jumped. Okay? What I don't understand is how outlets like Dexerto name off streamers you've never heard of, while real streamers like Vinny and Germa get no mention. Yeah, dude, Vinny's fucking awesome, and I hear practically nobody talk about him. The only time people talk about him is when he does like those Mario and Luigi skits that he's really good at doing. Hey Mario, look at the Mushroom Kingdom. Everything's different. Look, we got the Toad. We got Toad. That wasn't a Toad, Luigi. That was my cock, okay? Oh yeah, I did see that. That was my cock, Luigi, okay? That's why it looked like a mushroom, Luigi. Lest we forget when Stormy Daniels called Donald Trump's penis the fucking Toad character from Mario Kart, or Mushroom character from Mario Kart. Oh, God. Why do I still stream here? Because I don't fucking give a shit about the state of Twitch. I just stream on here for fucking shits and giggles. Like, I'm literally not on here to make money at all. I just come on here and I have a good ass time. Well, you see, it's very simple. He's lost his mind. Yes, that too. But then again, I lost my mind a long time ago. That's when I started being a much more responsible adult, getting a job and a girlfriend and shit like that. That's when I lost my mind. Okay. I want to study this pattern here. Okay, that's pretty simple. Those 3 walls give you just enough time to walk by them. But as soon as they pull themselves back in, you gotta go. Oh, fucking. Okay, that's weird. So even if I touch it with the top of my head, it disappears. Okay. That's interesting. Unspeakable acts for a Crash fan. What, just fucking casually playing the game and not giving a shit about Twitch? Oh, very, very good game. Oh yeah, that fucking thing with the torch, yes. Okay. We're about halfway through, I believe. This kind of like, oh my god. This is kind of like the halfway mark. Oh yeah, here's a checkpoint. Yeah, this is definitely the halfway point of Sunset Vista. It is only going to get worse. Oh, the girlfriend thing, yes. Oh yeah, that's pretty unspeakable. Especially for Crash fans. What? Are you saying... Am I saying that Crash fans go outside and touch grass? What? What kind of blasphemy is that? Oh, I'm going... Oh, okay. Ugh. Yes, very few of us Crash fans actually do that. Okay, I gotta wait for this red guy to come over here. There we go. I'm gonna wait on that Aku Aku. So that is the first Cortex icon. Crash fans are too busy playing Rumble. Yes. Excuse me. Wasn't there somebody that, like, got to fucking level 100? Like, immediately? Oh, I can spin them away, okay. Or, not spin them away, but yeah. Oh god, no, no, no! Ah, fuck! Okay. Well, whatever. Right now, I'm just gonna focus on the Cortex icons and get the key. Fuck, man. Nope, I'm gonna wait. Gaius the Raptor would be like Shrimp from Smiling Friends, fucking screeching at the blinding light of the outdoors. Yes. Dude, I'm so fucking glad that show's getting a season 2. I fucking love Smiling Friends. Oh, this was such a good run, too. So yeah, I'll just worry about the Cortex bonus here. And if I fuck that up, then yeah, it's not gonna be fun. Okay, I almost fucked it up. What? That didn't even, what? How did that even happen? What even? Oh, you can't be fucking serious. What even happened there? What? Ah! Fucking hell. Now I can't even get the gem. Can't even get the key. I gotta fucking start over. The whole reason I kept fucking going was to get the goddamn key. Oh my fucking god, I hate this level. I fucking hate Sunset Vista. This level is 10 times easier in the Insane Trilogy because you don't have to worry about not dying. Yes, S tier game. Remember that. S tier game. Said only one person on YouTube. That doesn't even fucking post anything anymore. Just like Tyrant King 10. Ow. How did that even fucking hit me? Like Tyrant King 10, except not as entertaining. Oh my god, okay. I thought I was gonna get hit there. Alright, let the fun begin yet again. Yes, you definitely will die a lot more in the Insane Trilogy. But, I mean, you could die as many times as you fucking want and still get the gem. So, fucking, the deaths are worth it. In that version of Crash 1. But that doesn't make fucking one of the future levels anymore, any easier. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna let you all in on a little secret here just as soon as I read this. Not even gonna lie, that tier list video had me intrigued from start to finish. If I ever run out of ideas, I'll do that concept myself. Yeah, it's a neat concept, but it's like you're talking about the games anyway. So it's like if you do a review, and then you do a tier list of a game that you already reviewed, then what was the whole point of reviewing them? But I don't know. It's all part of the milking process, I guess, which is what everybody does nowadays. Okay, so I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. In the Insane Trilogy, in Crash 1, you are allowed to die as many times as you want, and you will still be able to collect the clear gem at the end of the level. For the 6 levels that have a colored gem, you still have to get all the way to the end and break every single box without dying. Well, if you never reviewed them, then yeah, that's perfectly fine. Like, I'm just saying for people who already made full-on reviews of games that they're talking about again in a tier list. Because it's like, what's the point? That was so fucking stupid. So yeah, that's where the nearly perfect message comes from, by the way. Because, you know, the whole, first checkpoint thing, like, if I were to die before the first checkpoint at this level, I could still go through the entire level and get the gem. It's only when you break the first checkpoint when it's like... See, like, right there. I did not break the first checkpoint yet, so I can... So I can still... I can die as many times as I want before breaking the first checkpoint. I would still be able to get the gem at the end. Didn't a certain bearded YouTuber remake a good chunk of his older catalog after he threw his childhood friend under the bus? That's S tier milking. Shut up! Those old reviews are fucking shit. They warranted a revisit. If you already have a decent review video for a game, then there's no point going back to it because you've already talked about your thoughts and feelings. Maybe, like if you give it like 5 or so years, then maybe, just maybe, you can go back and talk about that game again. Because, yeah, people's opinions do change over time. But I'm saying like for somebody who like puts out a video talk about a certain game and then 2 weeks later puts out a tier list that includes that game that they already talked about, it's like there is no fucking point. I especially hate it when people do like review videos for certain games that they talked about, and then like fucking a month later they revisit the game because they were like, oh well, my thoughts and feelings weren't accurately portrayed in that video, so I wanted to revisit it. Bitch, it's been a month. What more could you add to your old video? That's not even a month old. Like, fucking wait 5 or so years and then go back. That's what I did. Now, admittedly, because I already know Toasty Man's gonna call me out on this. I first reviewed Crash to Insanity in 2019, and then I revisited it in 2022, so yes, oh, actually, no, I revisited it last year, so yeah, 4 or 5 years, so yeah. I'm not gonna get called out. I know what I'm doing. And while I did already kind of talk about the Wii version of Sonic Unleashed back in 2020... Oh, you were talking about... Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, okay. Alright, that's fair. Did that Wumpa Fruit still land on my head even after I fucking... disabled the idle animation? That's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna get invincibility here, and I don't know if I actually want it. Because it's not really gonna change anything. I almost died. Okay, you still have to spin away Mom and Dad for some reason. Oh my god, please do not fucking fall. Okay. Invincibility almost caused me to die. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, there we go. That chugs the game so hard, yes. Gerard the completionist. The only thing he can't complete is the money transfer to the charities that he said he was gonna transfer the money to. So this invincibility is kind of pointless. Okay. He completed his career. Sure, if you want to put it that way. Oh god, no, no, no! Why? Why is it like that? Fucking why? Oh my god, this fucking game. I don't understand this pattern at all. Okay, wait, hold on. Nope, I still don't get it. Oh, fuck right off, dude. Okay. Alright, well, let's grab the fucking key, maybe. Actually, yeah, give me that, because I would like to save. I don't know why I'm still going after the boxes. Alright, here we go. And by the way, once I get the key, I do have to complete the rest of the level, so, you know, we're still not done. Oh my god, that lag. Alright. We got the key. We can save. Just check Twitter, and apparently PlayStation's next movie adaptation got leaked. Oh, fantastic. Leakers are at it again. Miami Dolphins leaked their fucking AFC East Championship, and look how well that turned out for them. What the fuck is Gravity Rush? Alright, we're at 47%. We have more than half of the levels, because bosses count, apparently. We got one of the 2 keys, and I didn't see how many gems we have. I think it said 7. We definitely won't be getting one anytime soon. We will have to come back, because fuck me. Like I said, this level, I think it's the longest. I think this one is the longest. So yeah, if you die, it's like, ugh. Although I do think we're getting to the end of it here. Yes, we are. This is the end. I can hear the goal. I'm sorry, I thought you would have heard of it, considering you're kind of a PlayStation guy. I've never fucking heard of Gravity Rush, like, at all. Maybe I have. I don't know. I might, you know what? I might have heard of it, but I don't think I've ever seen, like, gameplay of it. Alright, well, now that we got the key, we'll come back to this level. But for now, we unlocked Whole Hog, which is back here by Boulder Dash. Also, for whatever reason, it shows that we got the key here, even though we technically got it at Sunset Vista. So, main character was in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. I've never fucking played PlayStation All-Stars, so I would not know. I only know about a few of the characters in that game. I know for a fact that the roster does not contain Crash or Spyro, which were the two characters that practically put Sony on the map with the PlayStation, as far as like the PlayStation stuff is fucking concerned. And they're not even in the goddamn game, so yeah. Whole Hog. And that was also probably because Activision didn't want to fucking give the IPs to whoever developed that game at the time. I don't fucking know. Okay. I thought for a second that the hog just like ran on top of the crate and didn't break it. That was fucking weird. Oh, I have to jump there? Okay. Well, luckily I didn't get to the first checkpoint yet, so we can keep going. Maybe here I will actually be able to show you the example of, you know, dying as many times as you want before hitting the first checkpoint and then still being able to get the gem. Hopefully it works out that way. We gotta go here and then jump. Oh, God, that is... You gotta be super perfectly timed with that. Okay. So hopefully I can pull this off, because Whole Hog is actually pretty hard. It's hard in the sense that a lot of these movements require extreme precision. And a lot of that precision comes with the questionable hitboxes that these crates have. But luckily I made it, so there we go. So yes, I died before hitting the first checkpoint, but as you can see, I still got the gem. So yeah, it's only for when you break the first checkpoint. Anyways, 8 gems, 48%, almost half. We are doing pretty good. All right, let's go again. Sunset Vista, here we go. I will try to talk, but if I stop talking, then it's not because I have nothing to say, it's because this level is a fucking bitch. Okay, off to a good start. Might as well get the deaths out of the way now. Thank God we don't have to worry about the fucking time relics until warped. Because I can't even imagine how fucking difficult the platinum relics would be. And I know the relics are in like all three. What the fuck was that? Okay. I'm fully aware that all 3 games have relics in the Insane trilogy. But the first and second original games, they don't. The relics were introduced in Crash Bandicoot Warped. And because of that, these levels weren't necessarily designed with the idea of like speed running in mind. And I would even argue that Warped didn't have that design choice anyway. But I mean, they kind of had a sense that they were gonna implement the relics into the game, so they developed the levels kind of accordingly. I mean, it still follows the basic Crash platforming formula, where like a lot of things are like stop and go. And like the game is like, it's really simple once you know, as long as you have patience, you like take your time with everything and shit. Like this game is actually not hard at all. But the minute you let time get the better of you, this game is not going to be fun. Okay, I'm just gonna wait this out. I don't want to go now because, yeah, that whole thing. Yeah. Oh, it even makes a sound effect. That's pretty cool. Okay. Oh god, that was so close. Okay, we're good. For now. I'm gonna break this box, but I'm not gonna get the extra Aku Aku. Because there would be no point. Jesus Christ, okay. It's very hard to jump on that first platform when it's moving like that. Okay. Yeah, I had a feeling that wasn't gonna work, but that's okay. Okay, come over here, buddy. Come on over. There we go. Come on over here. Come on over here.
What have I got?
Alright. And since we already got the key, the Cortex icons are not going to appear again. Just gotta wait for Mom to send out her bats, and then we kill her. Sweet. Okay. Alright, that's how you do that. Without needing to study the fucking patterns and shit.
What have I got?
That first jump was very risky. And yeah, I still gotta come back here to get that box. Alright, what I'm about to do is very risky. Okay, we got it. Oh, jeez. Okay. Are you coming over here? Okay, yes you are. Oh, fucking thank God. We're done. Fuck you, Sunset Vista. Gem number 9. We are halfway done with Crash 1. I think that's a good place to end the stream for tonight. And if I remember tomorrow, then I'll be back and we'll finish this, hopefully. So I'm gonna leave it there. Have a good rest of your night, everybody. Thank you for tuning into the stream. We got halfway done with Crash Bandicoot 1, and yeah, as long as I remember to stream tomorrow, then we'll definitely wrap this up tomorrow. So yeah, that's all I got to say. And yeah, thank you again. And have a good rest of your night. All right, good night. Fucking, I'm terrible with outros. Bye, everybody.